Yeah, indeed, Donald Tusk does get quite emotional when it comes to Brexit. Earlier on, he lamented the fact that Brexit was taking place at all. He also made the point that the EU is primarily an organisation of peace, and therefore the EU's priority would have to be to protect the Good Friday Agreement on the island of Ireland. And the point he was referring to there in the clip you just showed is the fact that the conundrum of Brexit happening, i.e. Britain breaking away from the EU's single market and the customs union, doing its own trade deals, while maintaining a border free on the island of Ireland, seems to be incompatible still, because no solution has materialised. And that's the point he was making, albeit very emotionally. He very much emphatically reiterated what has been said for the past few months, that the backstop has to remain in place and none of it can be diminished in any way. So it could be limited, time limited, he said. It couldn't also have a unilateral clause for the UK to leave at any point. So very much standing by the Irish state. Of course, the point being from Donald Tusk is that Ireland is remaining in the European Union, and so therefore the EU would have to abide by the member state that's remaining, that's committed to the European Union, as opposed to the one that's leaving.
Now, Shona, as you say, Donald Tusk made those comments just after he had that meeting with the Irish Prime Minister. Is that can we take his comments as an indication that the meeting didn't go well?
Well, actually, when he spoke to sources after the meeting, they said that what Donald Tusk had said, you know, in the press conference, and followed by the Irish Prime Minister Leo Varadkar, who thanked Donald Tusk and the European Union, the member states, the institutions for their continued support, that the support for Ireland remains rock solid, and that a backstop has to remain within the withdrawal agreement, and that can't be reopened. Now the Irish Prime Minister is over across the road in the Berlaymont talking to Jean-Claude Juncker, the President of the European Commission, about contingency plans for a no-deal scenario, because of course we've 50 days to go until Brexit, and as I mentioned there, the solution has not materialised in terms of the fact that the backstop has to remain as is. Yet Theresa May said yesterday she was hoping to change the back somewhat. That has been rejected again today. So it clearly shows this deadlock remains in place. It's going to be a very difficult 24 hours, I guess, for Theresa May, because as what Donald Tusk also said was that he hoped that she'd come up with some creative solutions to ending this impasse, but without changing the backstop. So we really are in a very difficult place, and I think contingency plans for a no-deal scenario are sort of mainly on the horizon and have to be prioritised now, because aside from the Good Friday Agreement and peace, Ireland is the member state that would be so adversely affected in a no-deal case in terms of its economy and in particular its agricultural industry.